Hello there, and welcome back to Not Name Talks.
It's great to be here. Welcome, deep divers. Today, we're exploring something really foundational, human flourishing. It's this idea that goes way beyond just, feeling happy day to day.
Right.
It's about building a life that truly thrives, not just for us individually, but in a way that benefits the world around us too.
Exactly. And we're drawing on some really interesting sources today, aren't we? From ancient philosophy right up to this huge global study that's happening now.
Absolutely. So what's our mission here?
Well, I think for you listening, our goal is really to unpack what flourishing means. Like, what is it really? Why does it matter so much?
And how people are studying it?
And how it's being looked at globally, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll touch on, personal choices, the impact of society, and definitely this massive research project.
Okay, let's dive in then. Moving past just the definition, what does this thriving life actually look like? Our sources seem to stress it's not about, giving things up.
No, not deprivation at all. It's more about smart, regenerative living, sort of shifting focus, maybe.
Shifting from what?
From just endless consumption, that sort of resource-heavy lifestyle, towards choices that genuinely boost our well-being and help the planet.
So true abundance isn't just about stuff.
Right. It's more found in rich experiences, strong relationships, community, not just piling up material goods.
That makes sense. And you mentioned the planet. The sources link personal well-being, things like our health, mental clarity, purpose.
Yeah.
Directly with ecological health, clean air, biodiversity, that sort of thing.
Precisely. And the key insight, really, is that they're fundamentally interconnected. You can't separate them. What damages the environment, it inevitably harms us, too.
That connection feels really deep. So translating that idea, how do we actually do it? What are some of those small steps towards this regenerative living?
Well, you mentioned choosing to walk instead of drive.
Yeah, sounds simple, but sometimes that morning commute, it's tempting to just hop in the car.
Of course. But the point the sources make is that those seemingly small commitments, they really do add up. They build towards a life that feels both, deeply satisfying and is also sustainable in its own way.
Okay, so these daily choices, they're not just random. There's a deeper approach guiding them.
Often, yes. Academics might call it a normative framework.
Okay, what's that?
It's basically a set of principles about how things should be, ideally. Not just describing how they are now. It pushes beyond just sustaining the status quo.
Look, actively making things better. Both us and the environment.
Mutual enhancement. And this framework, it critiques what some call shallow environmentalism. Quick fixes, like just cleaning up a polluted river without addressing why it got polluted.
So it advocates for something deeper.
A deep transformation, yeah.
Huh.
Changing societal values to tackle the root causes kind of upstream.
It's fascinating how these modern ideas echo ancient wisdom. Our sources mention Aristotle's concept of eudaimonia.
That's a key one.
Which isn't just fleeting happiness, is it? It's more about living a virtuous life, a life of purpose, fulfilling your potential.
Absolutely. And the text suggests specific pathways, like pursuing intrinsic goals, things valuable in themselves, living with autonomy, mindfulness, and, interestingly, benevolence, practicing kindness.
That leads to enhanced wellness.
That's what the evidence consistently shows. And conversely, chasing extrinsic goals like money, fame, image, those are often negatively linked to well-being.
Really? Like actively harmful?
Well, correlated with lower vitality, lower self-esteem, sometimes more depression and anxiety. The thinking is that materialism can often spring from insecurities.
Okay.
Whereas environments that nurture us tend to foster those intrinsic goals and, genuine wellness.
That's a stark contrast. But is it always so black and white? Can ambition, say, for success ever fit with well-being? Or are extrinsic goals just bad news?
That's a great question. It's complex. But think about benevolence, being kind. Our sources suggest that might actually be sort of hardwired into us.
Hardwired how?
Research shows that even very young children show tendencies to help others. And crucially, when we choose to help, when we have that autonomy, we get more positive feelings from it.
It's like we're designed to find happiness in being good to each other.
It almost looks that way, doesn't it? And connecting this back to the bigger picture, this deep dive into human nature, what helps us thrive, That's exactly what the Global Flourishing Study, the GFS, is all about.
Ah, yes, the huge international study you mentioned.
It's massive, over 200,000 people in 22 different countries. They're tracking well-being using a whole range of measures: psychological, social, economic, health.
And it's longitudinal, right? Following people over time.
Yes, for years. And what's really groundbreaking is its attempt to move beyond the historical Western bias in a lot of social science.
How are they doing that?
Painstakingly, really. Translating surveys into, I think, 36 languages, using different ways to sample populations to get a truly global picture.
Because flourishing might look different in different cultures.
Exactly. There isn't likely one single way to thrive. It's probably more like a rich tapestry of human experience.
That makes sense. It's a vast undertaking.
It really is. So ultimately, what we're seeing is that human flourishing isn't some static endpoint you reach. It's dynamic, it's a process, and it's shaped by our inner lives, yes, but also very much by the ecosystems, the societies we live in.
So this whole deep dive really highlights our own role in it.
Absolutely. It underscores your agency, that power you have, that we all have to cultivate not just your own well-being, but actually contribute to a world where others can thrive too.
Which brings us back to those small acts, maybe. Given that benevolence seems somewhat innate and we know happiness can kind of spread through social networks, almost like a good virus, what could the ripple effect be? If you listening take even small conscious steps towards your own flourishing, what might that do for your community, maybe even beyond? Something to think about, isn't it?